Good morning, Tiger family. This is your main man, Mr. St. Clair, aka St. Cleasy or Cleasy in the house. It has been too long since we have seen one another, since we've engaged and talked to each other. But I am glad for this opportunity to connect with you, to encourage you during this time. Let me first say that I speak on behalf of every teacher, every counselor, Ms. Bell, Ms. Lamb, and our secretary, Ms. Hardy, when I say that we miss you all terribly. It is not fun being away from you all. But we also want and believe and hope that every one of you is healthy and that you are safe. That right now is a priority for our school, our district, and our country. And so while we miss you, while we wish we could engage with you and interact with you on a day-to-day and face-to-face basis, we understand that right now that's just not possible and it's necessary for us to have some distance at this point in time. But that doesn't mean it makes it any easier. While we do understand it, it's not easy. And so we just want you to know that we miss the heck out of you, and that we hope that every last one of you and your families is doing well. And just know that you are in our thoughts, that you are in our prayers, and that this message is simply designed to just find a means to connect and encourage you in the days and the weeks and the months to come. With that being said, I do want to give every last one of you some assurance to know that don't be dismayed in light of this situation. That I need you to remain hopeful. Hope is such an extraordinary gift. And I ask that you harness it. I ask that you grab hold of it, and that you don't become cynical, that you don't become bitter, but that you find a way to be encouraged and to find the light in all of this, because there's just so much to be thankful for at this point in time. And so while we've never been able to control our circumstances, we have always been in control of our response to circumstances. And I know my WECA family, I know my students. We don't stay down for too long. We have encountered a lot of challenges and difficulty this year alone, and we have rised above those things. And so even in this situation, I ask you to rise above it. I ask you to find a means to be hopeful and to be encouraged, even though it is challenging. And I especially say that to our class of 2020, our seniors. My heart goes out to you all, because I know how excited you were about this last semester of your high school year and how hard you worked to get to this point. But again, I say to you that none of that is irrelevant. All that still matters. That excitement, that joy, that hard work you put into. Just know that discouragement and frustration don't have to win the day. They don't have to take precedent in this situation. That you can, in spite of it all, still have a joy and still have a hope that can't be extinguished. Our motto here at WECA is, we keep it fresh. We keep it fresh by winning the day, right? We do that by focusing on what really matters, rising above mediocrity, right? Encouraging and empowering others, showing up and being an inspiration, and having a joy for what we do. So to my seniors, to my underclassmen, have a joy for what you're doing right now. It may not be a whole lot, it may not be what you want, but find the joy in it, right? Find a means to encourage and empower other people. There are folks who are going through a lot right now, right? And so it's easy to focus on ourselves and what we want to have happen. But I ask you to pivot just a little bit and focus on those who just need some hope, who just need an encouraging word, a positive word, who need just to laugh a little bit. And you guys know that you're hilarious. You know that you have the means to uplift other people. So to my seniors, to my underclassmen, I know it's not ideal, but I have to believe, and I want you to believe with me, that when all this is said and done, there's something extraordinary on the other side of all this. I know you heard the phone ringing, and so we're just going to excuse that. But there is something extraordinary on the other side of what's going on right now. And that's my hope, that's my belief, and I ask you to believe and hope with me through all of that. All right, so with that being said, I do have a few announcements for you. Listen up very carefully as I share these things with you. First of all, I know that you are familiar. Hopefully, you've gotten the messages that I've sent out and that Wilson County Schools has sent out regarding the online learning platform that every school is going to at this point in time. Please know that starting on Monday, you will begin receiving review work from your teachers, and I ask you that you take that work seriously, that you do the work. We just want to take a few weeks right now to get you all caught up on things that you learned prior to spring break and prior to this break of school. And so make sure that you are dialed in, you're tuned in to what your teachers are giving to you. And the teachers are not trying to overwhelm you with work. That is not the mission here. The mission is to just keep you abreast, keep you in the know, and keep you up to date on your learning. So we understand that at some point we are going to return back to school. You are going to go to that next course, and our teachers are doing all they can to ensure you have the right information, the proper information to be able to do well in the course to come. So this review work, please make sure you do it. Most of it's on Google Classroom, so make sure that you have the Google Classroom code and that you are in that classroom. I know teachers use Remind as well, so make sure you are connected there. Email your teachers as well. I know they want to connect with you and make sure you guys have what you need. And then once we get through these first 2 weeks of review, students, you are going to receive new instruction, and when that new instruction comes, it is imperative that when you attempt it, that you try it to do your very best, and that you communicate with your teachers about what you're getting and what you're not getting as it relates to the new instruction. Again, I reiterate that the work you're going to receive is not going to bombard you, nor is it going to be overwhelming to you. Our teachers are cognizant and aware of this situation. Online learning is very different, and so their job primarily is to educate you, is to make sure that you, again, have the necessary information to be successful in the current course as well as the course to come, because we are going to move forward and move through this, and you are going to go to next grade level and into that next course, and we just want to make sure that you are adequately prepared for that. So when it comes down to the work, take it seriously. You are responsible for doing the work. You're going to receive feedback from your teachers about the work, and if there is anyone as we go to this online learning platform who does not have a device like a Chromebook or a Chromebook charger, you need to reach out to me. You need to reach out to the school, call the school, email me, let me know. I know this week we gave out devices a couple of days, and maybe you just missed it. You didn't get the announcement. That's okay. Our job is to make sure we get this information to you. So if you need a device, reach out to the school. We'll get one to you. If you do not have a device, you don't have access to the internet at home, then we do have work packets that we can send your way. That you can do on paper via pencil or pen. And so just communicate with me, the school, call Miss Hardy, call the school, email us, and we will get those work packets out to you. We just want to make sure we keep your brains fresh. We don't want your brains to turn into mush over this time that we're not in school. We want you again to stay connected and really be ready for what's to come as at some point we will resume school. All right. Don't forget, students, that you need to be checking your Wilson Community College email regularly. Their classes, all WCC classes, are online right now. So even if you had a face-to-face class, that class is now online. You need to make sure you check Moodle, stay abreast of that information, and do the work that's assigned to you. If you are having challenges with the work, email your instructor, email me, email a teacher, communicate with us. Don't wait till it's too late. Just talk with us because we want to make sure that you do well in those courses too. All right. And then finally, be studious, students. Don't waste your time. Don't waste too much time in front of the television, sleeping, those kind of things, and all that stuff is what you may enjoy doing. But make sure you're studious. Make sure seniors are still focused on finishing strong, focused on getting into your school of your choice or going into that career field. All this matters. None of this is irrelevant. All this matters right now. And so please do your due diligence and be studious, be responsible, and finish what you have started. And just know you're not alone in doing so. All right. So I'm going to be sending messages to you guys every week, not every day, every week, just to touch bases with you to make sure you're doing okay. As I get feedback from teachers, they're going to share with me things that maybe I need to share with you guys. And as I get updates from our senior leadership here in Wilson County Schools, I'll share that with you too. So just know that this is my way and our way of trying to connect with you and to encourage you each and every day, each and every week to do your very best, to be your very best in a lot of the circumstances. All right. It was a pleasure. It was a joy. I miss you terribly. And don't forget, make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.